Welcome, my darlings, to a fascinating and terrifying world of darkness, as I guide you through the uncanny valley of the strange and unusual. Follow me. Follow the monarch through the depths of the abyss. When I was a young girl, I would be incredibly fascinated by anything related to the paranormal and the occult. If there was anything pertaining to the subject of demonic possessions, apparition sightings, or even witchcraft, you could bet money that I would research about the topic endlessly. I guess you could say that I was always a bit of a weird kid, but I'm pretty sure everyone has had that peculiar obsession growing up. I especially remember having a phase in my early adolescence when I was heavily into watching two shows that came up on TV about ghosts. Those two shows were called A Haunting and Ghost Adventures. A Haunting was a TV show about ordinary people recalling events with their run-ins with the paranormal, and Ghost Adventures, as many people know, is about a group of men going to haunted locations and trying to find evidence of supernatural phenomena. It was so fascinating to see and hear about everyone's encounters with the supernatural that it gave me motivation to actively try to experience some paranormal events of my own. So I decided to grab a few friends and find some local haunts in my area. Lucky for us, there was a mental asylum that had been built in the 1800s and abandoned in the mid-1950s. What better place for a bunch of curious teenagers to explore than a creepy, rundown asylum, especially at night. There were in total 4 of us that had arrived to explore the destitute institution. Kimber, Tyler, Alex, and I headed inside the building with flashlights and a few cameras to document whatever would happen on our adventure. Immediately upon entering, we were hit with this powerful aroma, the stench of decades of musky mold and God knows what else due to the obvious neglect of the asylum. This place is pretty big. Why don't we split up to cover more ground? Tyler blurted out, disrupting the silence around us. And with that, the group agreed to split up and explore the 6 floors of the asylum. Kim and Alex went to check out the 3rd and 4th, while Tyler and I went up to the 5th and 6th. I felt safer since we all decided to go in pairs and not alone. Being alone was never the wisest choice in these types of situations, as horror movies show. As Tyler and I arrived onto the 5th floor via the stairwell, we caught an abundance of graffiti decorating the walls. But instead of the gang symbols or vulgar phrases, there were pentagrams and Latin words. Tyler, do you see this? I pointed my flashlight at the walls. Yeah, I see it. Some Satanists must have used this place for their meetings or whatever. Tyler was pulled out of his thoughts when we both heard a faint sound of footsteps coming down the hall across from our position. Tyler assumed it must have been one of our friends and approached to greet them. Hey dude, you find anything yet? I heard no response from the person approaching. I decided to shine my flashlight down the hallway, only to see Alex, walking, or more like stalking towards us. Hey Alex, why are you alone? Where's Kim? Still no reply from Alex. What the hell was he doing? Was he trying to scare us? Alex stopped walking now, standing at least 15 feet from me and Tyler. Then I noticed something about his face. His eyes. The area around them was blackened, so dark you would think you were looking at his eye sockets and not actual human eyes. Are you okay, buddy? Tyler began to cautiously step towards Alex. And finally, Alex responded to us. Alex isn't here right now. Me and Tyler bolted out of the asylum when we heard him speak. That voice was not human. As me and Tyler ran for it, all we heard was demonic cackling from throughout the building.